Hari Om. Welcome back. This is the fourth video on the lesson life process. Already we have discussed in the last 3 videos about nutrition and different types of nutrition, and in the last video we have discussed about holozoic nutrition in lower organisms such as amoeba. And we have learned there are 5 steps involved in the nutrition, in the holozoic nutrition in higher organism. What are those? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. Now in this video let us learn about holozoic nutrition in human beings. Human being is nothing but higher organism. Let us see how this nutrition takes place in higher organism. In this also that 5 steps are involved: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. How these 5 steps involved, let us see in this video. And holozoic nutrition in human beings takes place through one specialized system, through one specialized organ system, which is nothing but digestive system. It is formed of 2 important parts. First one, alimentary canal, which is also called digestive tract or also called gut. And digestive system second part, in this digestive glands play a vital role. Digestive system of human beings is formed of 2 important organs, which is alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal is also called digestive tract or gut. Now let us discuss about this alimentary canal and digestive glands. Basically, what is the structure of each and every part. In digestive system, so many organs involved. For each and every organ, there is one specialized function. Let us start with first part in the digestive system, which is called mouth. The digestive system in the human being starts with the mouth and ends with the anus. You already learned this one in your lower sections. Now let us start first part in digestive system, which is mouth. Mouth is a small aperture which helps in the ingestion. What is meant by ingestion? Intaking of food. We are discussing about nutrition. Nutrition means intake of food and utilization of that food is called nutrition. Where this nutrition takes place in the human beings, nutrients are utilized in the digestive system. Which parts involved in the digestive system? Alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal is also called digestive tract or also called gut. And this alimentary canal starts with mouth and ends with anus. It measures about 8 to 10 meters in human beings. 8 to 10 meters in human beings. Now let us discuss about each and every part which takes part in the alimentary canal and which takes part in the digestion of the food also. First one, mouth. It is one small aperture which helps in intaking of food. And in the mouth, if you observe, it is not only one small aperture. Inside the aperture, if you observe, one small cavity is also present. That means open place is also there. That is called buccal cavity. The cavity which is present inside the mouth is called buccal cavity. And inside this buccal cavity, again 2 parts are present: teeth and tongue. And what is the function of teeth? You all know that whatever food we take into the buccal cavity, we chew that one. For the further process of digestion, it makes simple to digest the food. What is meant by the digestion? It is nothing but breakdown of complex materials, complex molecules into simple molecules. To take that one easy, to make that one easy, here teeth play a very important role. We chew food properly. And here if you observe teeth, 4 different types of teeth are present inside our mouth. What are those 4 types? First one, incisors. Second one, canines. Fourth one, premolars. Fifth one, molars. For each and every type of teeth, one special function is there. For example, let us have a quick look here. Incisors means cutting teeth. They help us to bite the food. And then canines. Canines means they help to tear the food. And then premolars, which helps in the chewing the food. And molars. These are the last major type of teeth which is present inside the mouth, last layer. and which helps in the grinding of the food. Biting, cutting, premolars and molars. There are 32 teeth inside our mouth, which helps us to digest the food partially in the mouth itself. And next, coming to tongue. What is the function of tongue? Tongue is one thick muscular structure which helps the food to move under the teeth. Whenever we are chewing the food, with the help of tongue only, it goes towards between the two jaws. Okay, and then it is attached towards the back side. It is one thick muscular structure, tongue, and it is also helps to swallow the food also. And tongue contains one special receptors which are helpful in the tasting the food. Okay, now let us discuss about second part, which is called esophagus. After mouth contains buccal cavity. Buccal cavity opens into the long narrow tube-like structure which is called esophagus. Through this esophagus, whatever food we ingest into the mouth, that one reaches to the stomach. It is a long tube-like structure which is present in our neck region, and this is also called food pipe. Through this tube-like structure, the food passes on and reaches to the stomach. Because of alternative and regular contractions and expansions of this muscular tube-like structure, the food passes from mouth to the stomach. These successive contraction and expansions of this food pipe is called peristaltic movements, or this process is called peristalsis. Through these peristaltic movements, food passes from the mouth to the stomach, and now this long tube-like structure opens into a muscular J-shaped sac-like structure which is called stomach. Stomach is a sac-like structure which is in J shape, and it is present just towards the left side in the upper abdominal region. And here, after that, this stomach opens into a long tube-like structure, coiled structure, which is nothing but small intestine. And it is very long coiled tube-like structure which measures about 6 meters. And this long tube-like structure opens into one wider, shorter than small intestine tube-like structure which is called large intestine. Which is called large intestine. It is shorter when compared to small intestine, and it is somewhat wider in nature also. And next, this large intestine opens into another bulgy-like structure which is called rectum, and this rectum opens out through a small aperture which is called anus. Whatever food we ingest in the mouth, that one passes through the esophagus through peristalsis movement and reaches to the stomach, which is a J-shaped sac-like structure. And from there, the food after partial digestion takes place. Let us discuss that one later, how digestion takes place in each and every part. Now let us see only the overview of the digestive system. Then the food passes to a long coiled tube-like structure which is called small intestine, and after that, and here this is the small intestine is a complete site of digestion, and this undigested, after complete digestion takes place in the small intestine, the materials which remains there in the small intestine are released into the large intestine which is shorter and wider than small intestine. And this large intestine opens into a swollen part which is called rectum, and here the unwanted material, that means undigested material, stores for a while, and this unwanted material, which is nothing but fecus, comes out through a small opening like structure which is called anus. This is about alimentary canal. It measures 8 to 10 meters. In this 8 to 10 meters, only small intestine only takes 6 meters length. Okay. Now coming to the digestive glands which take part in the digestive system. Here we have to discuss about 5 important digestive glands which take part in the digestion of food materials. First of all, we have to see from mouth to anus how many types of glands are there. Let us see. In the mouth area, that means in the buccal cavity area, on either side of the tongue, 3 pairs of salivary glands are present. Salivary glands. And what is the function of this salivary gland? Salivary gland secretes saliva. Salivary gland secretes saliva. Saliva means nothing but watery like substance which is oozed inside our mouth whenever we are chewing something. And this saliva, what is the function of, what is the role of this saliva? Saliva takes part in the partial digestion of carbohydrates which are present in the food what we take. That means, how it digests partially the carbohydrates in the mouth itself? Saliva contains one important enzyme which is called ptyalin. It is called ptyalin. That means P silent here, ptyalin. Or it is also called salivary amylase. It is also called salivary amylase. Ptyalin or salivary amylase is present in the saliva. Saliva is oozed inside our mouth and this is secreted by salivary glands. How many pairs of salivary glands are present inside our mouth? There are 3 pairs of salivary glands present inside our mouth. And now let us see the second important gland which is present in the digestive system. Important thing, the very important organ in the digestive system is nothing but liver. Liver is one organ. It is also the largest gland of the human body. It is also the largest gland of the human body is nothing but liver. And what is the function of this? This liver, that means which is nothing but digestive gland, this liver secretes bile juice. Bile juice and which helps in the emulsification of fats. Emulsification of fats means nothing but breakdown of fat molecules present inside our food. Complex fat globules are break down into small fatty acids or glycerols because of this bile juices which is secreted by the liver, which is also largest gland of the human being. And next here, this bile juice which is secreted by the liver is stored in one small bulb-like structure, small swollen part which is called gall bladder. The excess amount of bile juice which is secreted by the liver is stored in the gall bladder which is present in the liver. This is very important point. Bile is stored in the gall bladder for your body, and whenever it is necessary, it is released from the gall bladder into the small intestine. Okay. And next third digestive gland is pancreas. Third important digestive gland is pancreas. It is somewhat leafy-like structure, just present below the stomach region, and this pancreas attached to the small intestine through a small duct-like structure which is called pancreatic duct. Through this duct, pancreas secretes some enzymes which is nothing but trypsin and lipase. Trypsin and lipase. These two enzymes digest proteins and fats which are present in the food. And next, fourth important digestive gland are present inside the stomach. I mean, in the walls of the stomach, digestive gastric. These are also called gastric glands. These gastric glands secretes digestive juices, nothing but pepsin, renin, HCl and mucus. These 4 types of materials are secreted by the gastric glands which are present in the inner lining of the stomach. From the inner lining of the stomach, gastric glands secreted pepsin, renin, HCl, that means hydrochloric acid and mucus into the stomach, and which shows act on the food which present here. And then fifth last important digestive gland are from the inner lining of the intestine, small intestine, intestinal glands. Intestinal glands. These glands are present in the inner lining of the small intestine, which helps in the digestion of food. What is the site of complete digestion? Small intestine. And here from the intestinal glands, intestinal juices are secreted, which shows action on the fully completed food also. Okay, this is about digestive system overview. There are two parts, alimentary canal and digestive glands, and we have discussed each and every part of the alimentary canal. It measures about 8 to 10 meters, starts with the mouth and ends with the anus, and every part of the digestive system takes one particular role in the digestion. And there are 5 important glands which take part a vital role in the digestion of the food. Salivary glands present in the mouth, liver just above in the above abdomen towards right side, and pancreas which is present just below the stomach region and connected to the small intestine through a small pancreatic duct, and gastric glands which are present in the inner lining of the stomach, and intestinal glands which are present in the inner lining of the stomach. Up to now, we have seen overview of the digestive system. In the next video, we will discuss about how food gets digested in this digestive system. Thank you.